Hello and welcome, this is Melskinner, and we're back with some more of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, playing the Goblin Scourge DLC as Ophelia. And we've actually made it out of the Goblin Scourge part of the mountain, and we're into the mountain proper. And we're going to continue into the magic school. The passage turns to the left, and a wooden door trimmed in iron sits in the east wall. Various inscriptions adorn the door, but none makes any sense to you. You listen, but hear nothing. We're going to open the door. We are looking for one of the magic school leaders. If I remember correctly, he's the Master of Earth, so that's who we're specifically looking for. I don't know exactly where they are, but he's going to be somewhere in this magic school, and his name is Robin Orman, so we're just going to have to remember that. As you push open the door, scents of earth and grass waft towards you. Oh, we might have already found him. You enter the room and close the door behind you. Following the steps down to the room, in the center of the room floats a large ball of rock that glows with an ethereal energy. At the other side of the room is someone in a green robe with golden trim, hunched over a bench. I wonder if this is the Master of Elements. I wonder if this Master of Elements might know what is happening to me. Suddenly, a gigantic stone hand appears and rushes to attack you. The Master of Earth turns around annoyed. How dare you enter Robin of Orman's domain. Leave now or you shall regret it. Okay, we're going to attack the stone hand. Without a second thought, you strike the stone hand. The Master of Earth is furious. Typical adventurers, always poking their noses where they don't belong. Another stone hand skitters off out from the shadows, and he urges his creations forward to attack. You prepare for the battle. Let's fight these stone hands. We have to confront this guy, so I don't think this is going to be an easy fight, as stone hands are not particularly easy opponents. They both queued attacks, so I think we're just going to queue our own attack. I don't think they can hit me. I don't know exactly how they move, though, so let's just assume that they move forward. Okay. That one queued an attack we don't want to be caught in, so let's move away. Okay, they can't attack diagonally. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Ethereal Feint here, try and knock out this one. Okay, queued an attack. Fairly certain we're going to be safe here. It's going to move here. We don't have our Ethereal Feint up yet, so we're going to have to just move. Okay, queued an attack. I'm going to assume it's the... Well, we can't really make any assumptions here, so I'm just going to do a normal attack so we stay still. It's going to move there. We're going to be playing a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie, it appears. I'm just going to have to attack here. It's going to move over that way, so we're going to have to follow. I'm going to assume the attack's going to come here, so we're just going to do a normal attack. Okay, it's going to move here. We're going to use our diagonal. Alright, it can attack me here. I'm just going to attack into it. Alright, it didn't do the right attack, so we were able to kill it pretty quickly. Alright, we're triumphant. We get 6 souls, and we defeated the stone hands. With the final attack, you shatter the stone hand into pieces. They crumble into dust. The Master of Earth looks at their remains and sighs. Months of work gone. Magical creations don't grow on trees, you know. What do you want anyway? I wonder if this magician knows anything about our plight in Darkwood Forest. Okay, ask if he knows anything about the problems with the Darkwood trees. Darkwood Forest is being sapped of its energy, of its very essence, and is dying. You are the Master of Earth. Surely you must know something. The Master of Earth furrows his brow and thinks. Zagor is the ultimate master of elemental magic. If he has set his sights on Darkwood Forest in his unending lust for power, there is trouble afoot. That isn't good. So I need to kill Zagor? Okay. I'd rather you didn't kill our chief sponsor, but yes. Master of Earth seems annoyed. Look, if you're going to hang around, at least do something useful, will you? He hands you a glowing green vial. An earth vial. Got tons of that stuff. Can't get rid of them. Now leave. Okay. So we did that. Master of Earth pushes you towards the exit so that he can get back to his work. So what is our quest now? So we did that. Okay. We got an achievement, I guess. Let's leave the Master of Earth's room. Now, we did get a potion here, a green potion. I believe there's stuff we can do with that. All right, hold on. Let's take a look at it. So, we have a lot of stuff. Earth Vial ×2. Okay. We're going to be entering every door that we can. So let's go ahead and enter the... All right, first let's read the description. You follow the passageway to the north. At the end of it, there is a door leading northeast. The passageway also continues to the west. Let's enter the northeast door. Barging in on wizards is seemingly a good idea. You open the door with some difficulty. Gusts of wind breeze past your face as you enter, and the door slams shut behind you. You enter what must be the home of a master of air, a sorcerer who dabbles in the arcane lore from the elemental plane of air. Tornado surrounds the room, and fire spouting from the braziers dance in the wind. A variety of papers also flutter and flap in the breeze. Master of Elements, I wonder if she could help me with my condition. You walk over to who you assume is the Master of Air. A pet hawk is perched on her arm, and she wears a pair of fine glasses. She greets you, and another would-be adventurer come to destroy Zagor. I don't really bother with adventurers, but the maze should finish you off. She pauses. Unless you know anything about a bronze amulet dedicated to the cult of Barbarius, you have no business here. Alright, well, we didn't get that, and we actually weren't that far away from being able to get it, but I didn't know if it would allow me to do that, like go get it and then come back. So that's unfortunate, so I guess we're just gonna leave. I've never actually done anything with her before, so... Alright, well, let's head west. Heading west down the passageway, you find that it turns north again. Further down the passage, there is another door at the top of some stone steps. It is a large flame scratched onto the wood. I wonder if someone behind this door knows why I keep turning into a fiery menace. Alright, let's, of course, enter the door. Cautiously, you climb the stairs upwards. You open the door and are immediately hit in the face by a blast of heat. Yes, I've certainly come to the right place. There's no doubt that you have entered the home of Master of Fire. A large flaming sphere rises in the center of the room, clearly the source of the Master's power. Suddenly, two huge creatures pound towards you. They are monstrous lizard-like beasts, their scales shining and shimmering from the flames all across their bodies. They sweep their huge tails left and right, knocking over pots and spells, books. These are salamanders, creatures constructed entirely from fire magic. Fire needs to fight fire, I think. As soon as those words enter your head, you hear the whispering. It grows in intensity, and in your mind's eye, you can hear the snapping of a whip. As a dark form embraces you, flames instantly lick up your body. Okay. Let's fight the fire salamanders. I guess we will be fighting fire with fire. That's going to make this fight a little bit challenging, I think. Alright, well, we can hit you with the flame lance. I'm going to assume you have your own flame lance. Hopefully we roll well because you have quite a high skill. I don't think we hit it with the fire, though. I don't think that actually counted. Let's move. Ow. Okay, go ahead and use our flame aura here. Immune to that. Oh boy. I think we're going to take some more damage here. Unfortunately, I can't guarantee that I can... Yeah, see, that's what I thought would happen. Let's go ahead and end with a fireball. That should be high damage. Down you go. I'm going to assume that this guy's going to move here, so we can move the meat. We'll hit him with the flame lance. We're gonna have to outroll him. Another good roll there. Okay, and then we'll flame aura him. Okay, got him. Alright. We did take a little bit of damage, but I can heal that up. Defeat the fire salamanders. With your finishing move, the last salamander gives a guttural roar, and its fire extinguishes. It stops moving and turns gray, then explodes into ash. You also quickly extinguish and collapse to the floor, returning once more to Ophelia Lapwing. I might not like it, but I feel like I'm sorry, I might not like it, but I feel like I'm regaining some form of control over this entity. I am regaining some form of control over this entity. Again, there's some typos here and there. An old man in red and gold robes who was standing in the corner of the room runs towards you. He is clearly angry. What do you think you're doing? It took hours to conjure those beasts. Hours! You apologize, but insist that it was in self-defense. I can't just have a fire demon dance into my room and destroy all my hard work, he continues angrily. Fire demon? Did he just call me a fire demon? These creatures usually dwell in the abyss. How could I be one of them? Who knows, says the Master Fire, sensing your thoughts. Perhaps you are here visiting our corporeal realm. Anger wells up in your chest. I am no fire, you start to say, but the Master turns his back on you and reaches into a display case. Here, he says, tossing you a rolled up piece of parchment. Read this. It talks of your kind. Unfurl the scroll and read the contents. It mostly deals with lesser demons, of which the classic fire demon is one. They generally carry a whip and shoot streams of fire from their nostrils. Well, this confirms a strange presence that whispers to me when I turn, but does not explain why I am turning. The Master carries on with his The Master carries on, I'm going to just ignore the is, with his valuable work. With no more business here, you snaffle a fire... Snaffle? Snaffle? What is snaffle? Okay, whatever. A fire vial on your way out. He has dozens of them. I am no fire demon, but something isn't right, and I need to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to assume that the intended word was snag? I mean, snaffle might be a word, but it's not one I'm very familiar with. Alright, let's head north. Following the passageway north ends in another door. The passageway veers east from here. Let's, of course, enter the door. Why not? The door opens into a long, thin room with two alcoves. It is comfortably furnished with a table, several chairs, and large bookcases cover the walls. Seated at the table is an old man with a long gray beard, and squatting on the old man's shoulder is a small winged beast. The creature is no more than 2 inches tall. It has 2 arms and legs, its skin a dusty gray color. It has tiny sharp white teeth, and its wings are folded behind its back. I wonder if this fellow knows why I keep turning into a human fireball. The old man says nothing as you walk in through the door, but he beckons you over to sit down at the table. He has his hand in 2 small white objects. Sit down as he commands, leave the room and turn to the junction, draw your weapon and rush forward. Ask if he knows why you turn into fire. Ask if he knows why Darkwood Forest could be in peril. Let's ask him that first. You take a seat at the table. I am Ophelia Lapwing, a traveler from Darkwood Forest. I come seeking the knowledge. Something strange is happening to the forest trees. Sorry, to the forest. Trees are dying because of some magical disease, and I must find out why before my home withers away. The old man does not look up, but his devilish little pet eyes you suspiciously and starts chattering in a small squeaky voice. The old man grunts. Darkwood Forest, you say? A strange place, that. I wouldn't be surprised if those dwarves at Stonebridge were meddling with something they shouldn't. It's either them or some kind of energy demon sucking the soul of the place, out of the place. So, are you interested in a game? 2 gold pieces, no fire tricks, please. I'll ask him if he knows why I keep turning into fire. Do I look like some kind of quiz master? He snaps. Do you want to play or not? Last chance. I'll decline and leave the room. I happen to know who this is, and I don't know if attacking him is a good idea, but let's go ahead and decline and leave the room. Make your way back down the stairs. The passage continues to the east. Let's head east. Passageway ends at a stone staircase, which you climb. You find yourself in a large square room. The room is completely bare, but the floor is covered in a mosaic of tiles. 2 shapes stand out on the floor, star-shaped tiles and hand-shaped tiles. A door on the opposite wall is the only way through. Okay, I think that man, the old man, would have told me the right thing to do here if I played his game. But I didn't really want to play his game, so I skipped that bit. So I'm just going to have to make a guess here. Walking across the room is the wrong thing to do. I have to pick one of these. Walk across the room stepping only on stars, or walk across the room stepping only on hands. I don't know which one's the right one. I don't remember. I'm going to assume it's always the same, but I don't remember which because it's been a long time since I've been this way. So I'm going to guess on the hands, but we could be wrong. The moment your foot touches a hand tile, you feel a vice-like grip on your ankle. Well, that was obviously wrong. And look down to see a ghostly white hand gripping your leg. You fight for your balance and manage to regain it, but to your horror, you see that from the nearest 4 hand-shaped tiles, a similar apparition has appeared. Okay, we have to fight some ghostly hands. You draw your weapon and chop at the hands ready for the battle. So stars was the right answer there. Stars. Okay, so we've got 3 of these hands. We're of course going to move because I do not want to take damage here. I don't think I can do anything in this situation. I can move here to try and get away from the other. We can ethereal feint here. To move. Let's attack. Okay, that's 1 down. They shouldn't be able to hit me here, so I think we're fine just staying where we are. Okay, let's move here. Okay, it's gonna move here. Let's blindside. I'm not positive which way it's gonna attack, but we might be able to beat it in a clash. Oh, heck yeah. Especially if we roll a 12. Okay, again, I think the best move is just to stay where we are. Stay where we are. Okay, it's gonna move there. We're gonna do damage. Okay, it can't possibly hit me if I move here. Now we're gonna ethereal feint it. That should automatically win a clash. Okay, we win. Didn't take any damage, which is good. You defeat the ghostly hand. You can now safely leave the room. Open the door and leave the room. Okay, we can continue to the north or we can head west. I think we want to head west. Continue west down the passageway. Before long, you stop as you discover a door in the north wall. We can enter the door or we can continue to west. I think we enter the door. Push open the door and follow the steps leading to the center of the room. The air smells fresh, and at the side of the room is an orb of water that splashes and ripples. There is a young woman observing it, taking notes on a piece of parchment. She notices you, stops writing, and greets you. I've just come back from the underground river to the north. Fascinating marine life. Contains piranhas and crocodiles, so you might not want to go for a swim. The river divides the mountain from the domain of the dead Zagor. I'm sorry, the domain of the dead. Zagor can stay there. She hands you a vial filled with a glowing blue liquid. Straight from the river, I've extracted the magical essence of water. Quite handy for alchemical experiments. You might find use of it. She bids you goodbye and heads for the exit. And you head for the exit, Okay. Let's go to the west. Follow a set of stone steps which lead down to the chamber. As you do, you can hear a piercing shrieking, which gets louder and louder. And we'll have to find out what that means in the next video, as I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Meltsgunner, signing out.